When 2020 returns, Chris Gardner's journey from the men's room to the boardroom to the big screen. How did he do it?
There's definitely a dark side.
No question. I've seen both sides. I like this side over here.
Next.
Glide Memorial Church is an institution in San Francisco, a 10,000-member congregation, a mission that provides food and shelter to the city's homeless. It's run by the Reverend Cecil Williams, who after 37 years still remembers seeing one unusual sight outside his church. A man named Chris Gardner standing in a food line with a baby.
You didn't see much of that at all?
No. So a lot of women with babies, but not a man with a baby. And it just kind of began to be a rather regular scene where Chris appeared.
He had a program for homeless women with children. And I say, obviously, I'm not a woman, but I am homeless. I have a child. I need some place to stay to get myself together. And he let me in.
And all this time, you're studying for the brokerage license?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Glide Memorial became a lifeline for him, sometimes supplying food and a room, while Gardner, a trainee at a brokerage firm, struggled through homelessness to earn enough to house and support himself and his infant son, Chris Jr. Caring for his son after his wife left him was part of a promise he'd made to himself. Because he grew up not knowing who his father was and suffering the abuse of a stepfather, Gardner swore he would never abandon his children. In return, he found a source of inspiration.
Giving my son a bath by candlelight. We had no electricity. I didn't know whether I was going to quit, crack, or cry. Some kind of way this child picks up on it. I don't know where, and he says, "Papa, you know what? You're a good papa." That was all I needed to go on.
The extraordinary trials that Gardner went through finally ended. With a broker's license, once the opportunity was his to seize, the success of this formerly homeless man was astonishing. He started with cold calls, was recruited by other firms, and eventually opened his own institutional brokerage firm in Chicago, benefiting, among other things, from government and pension fund rules that created business for minority brokers.
In other words, hey.
Others found Gardner's story so compelling that